For today's thought of the day, I got 3 words. Trust, delight, commit. Trust, delight, commit. Hello everybody, Mr. Brown, Proclaim Ministries, helping connect faith and life. Today's thought of the day again is trust, delight, commit. And it's out of Psalm 37. So I'm going to read Psalm 37, verses 1 through 5. Psalm 37, fret not because of evildoers. Do not be envious of wrongdoers, for they will soon fade like the grass and wither like the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land, befriend faithfulness. Delight yourselves in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will act. So I've heard this verse for years, and the verse out of those 3 I always hear is, delight yourself in the Lord, he gives you the desires of your heart. And people are like, well, I delight in the Lord, give me anything I want to. Well, I don't think that's the context of it. So let's start with the first word, trust. Trust in the Lord and do good, dwell in the land, and befriend faithfulness. I think the idea of trust in the Lord, we need to trust the Lord, like it says in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, he will make your path straight. Trust in the Lord. I find myself trusting a lot of things. I made a video recently talking about trusting in money and trusting in all the things that the world says we should have. But I need to trust in the Lord, knowing that he knows all things, that he is for me, he's not against me, but I need to align myself with him. I can't say, hey, God, I'm trusting in you, do everything you want me to do. I need to be finding out who he is. And part of the problem with trusting the Lord is I struggle to know who he really is. And I don't think we can fully know God completely, and know every in and out about God. We can know him, how he's revealed himself. And God has shown himself to be trustworthy. Recently at a vacation Bible school, we talked about this stool and faith and what it means to trust. And that stool may not be worthy of my trust or my faith, but God is. God has proven himself in his word, in my past life, and in my present. Who else can I really trust? So trust in the Lord. He goes on to say, trust in the Lord and do good. Because I know who you are, can trust you, I can be willing to do good, even when people do bad to me. I really believe that we should treat people with kindness. We should do things and do good to the world, even if we don't get it back. Because I think sometimes we're looking for it to come back to us right away. I'll do good if they. No, don't wait on them. Trust in the Lord. Do good. Then he says, dwell in the land, befriend faithfulness. He's talking to his people Israel about the land part, but I like this idea of being befriend faithfulness. I need to be faithful. I think Corinthians says it's upon a servant to be found faithful. I want to be found faithful in what God has put before me. And the question I ask myself, or I pose all the time, I got from my wife. I don't know if she coined it or she heard it, but I've just really embraced it. What is mine to do? That's the question I have to ask myself. What is mine to do? And I need to be faithful to that. Not what everybody else is doing, what their calling is. What is my call in life? What do I need to be faithful with? So the first word is trust. Second word is delight. He goes, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Delight yourself in the Lord is the first part of that. Delight in him, not in what you think of the Lord necessarily, but who he truly is. Who is the Lord? I can't delight myself in the Lord if I don't know who he is. I don't spend time getting to know him, spend time in his word. Because when you delight in someone, like I delight in my wife, we spend time together. I delight myself in watching football sometime. I get to know the football, the players, the stats, and that kind of stuff. I mean, some of my friends, they do fantasy football. They delight themselves in fantasy football, right? But they put some effort into it. And I think we need to put more effort. I need to put more effort in delighting myself in the Lord, knowing who he is. And he says, if you delight yourself in the Lord, he will give you the desires of your heart. And I think this is the beautiful part. When I delight myself, when I trust in him, delight myself and focus on the Lord, he begins to change me and change my desires. I can't take my ungodly desires to God. Bless those ungodly desires. I believe what he's saying is, hey, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will. I think he'll change you. He'll mold you, make you, and your desires will be desires of the Lord, and he'll give you those desires of your heart because they will be changed. They won't be the same as they were before. And lastly, commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will act. Again, I need the word commit and trust. I think those are kind of synonymous. The fact that I'm committing my way to the Lord. I'm trusting him. Even when I don't see the end, I'm going to be honest in my business dealings. I'm going to treat people with respect and honesty and do the things I need to do because that's who I'm doing it for God. I'm not doing it for the people. The people are not the object of my faith or my commitment. It is God. And because people will fall short and God never will. I'll leave you with this last verse, 2 Timothy 2:13. When we are faithless, he remains faithful, for he cannot deny himself. the fact that God is going to be faithful and I need to be faithful to him. God is faithful to himself. So he's going to work through me even when I'm not faithless, when I'm faithless, when I don't have faith. But I want to be like God. I want to be faithful even when other people aren't faithful, other people aren't doing what they're supposed to do. I need to be faithful to God because he is my creator. Again, thought of the day: trust, delight, commit. And read Psalm 37, because hopefully that will help you live for God by connecting faith and life.